know exactly how much your smartphone has changed your life, right? It wakes you up in the morning, keeps you connected with friends and family, helps you work, entertains you, and even tells you what the weather will be like. Obviously, these are the most basic things a latest smartphone can do. But have you ever wondered what will happen if your very smartphone disappears? What if something entirely new takes its place? Just like how smartphones took telephone and cell phones' place. Technology never stays the same for long. Just a few decades ago, mobile phones were bulky devices with physical buttons. And before that, people relied on landlines. Having a landline in a household was considered a luxury. Then, after 1973, cell phones became famous, and it was the time when talking with someone far away person became a little affordable, but was still a part of novelty. The revolution didn't stop, though. Cell phones became compact with time, and the 10-inch bulky box was reduced to a 4-inch more convenient and lightweight device. But it was the 29th of June of the year 2007 when this cell phone evolved into something else. The legend was born. Yes, it was the very time when Apple came up with its iPhone. People got crazy after finding that they can use touchscreen displays so smoothly and do much more than any mobile phone can ever do. Since then, other companies put all of their efforts into advancing themselves and creating better and better smartphones. And this brings us to the present era, where more than 90% of people can't think of living without their smartphones. But don't think that just like past, companies will still put their efforts into making better smartphones even in the future. Everything has a time limit, at least on Earth. And this also includes smartphones, which will most likely become obsolete in a decade or two. So, what comes after smartphones? Well, I'm not a time traveler, but I can still give you some successor candidates that will most likely replace them in the future, or at least something that looks like them will take their place. One of our possible successors to smartphones is wearable technology. As you know, smartwatches and fitness trackers have already gained popularity, and they are getting more advanced every year. And they hold enough potential to replace smartphones altogether, like a device you wear on your wrist that allows you to do everything your smartphone does, but without having to pull a device out of your pocket. Then comes smart glasses, like Google Glass and Meta's upcoming AR glasses, which aim to integrate digital information into our daily lives without needing a phone screen. And how can we forget Apple's Vision Pro? Though you might think it is not smart glasses, but more like a VR headset. Still, have you considered the possibility of Apple making them so compact in upcoming years that it will reduce to lightweight eyeglasses? With advanced displays and voice control, these glasses could make traditional smartphones unnecessary. It will become like you're carrying some dead weight. And instead of looking at a screen, you could see your messages, directions, and apps projected in front of your eyes. Now comes VR technology, but I feel skeptical of it replacing smartphones. Like for playing games or experiencing like you're in another world, it can dominate that industry. But for replacing smartphones, I don't think anyone wants to wear that bulky device on their head just to use some app or social media. So unless it takes a small, lightweight, and easy-to-use form, I don't think VR can go anywhere outside of the gaming industry. Perhaps the most futuristic idea is direct brain-computer interfaces. If you watched my previous video, you should already know how powerful brain-computer interfaces are, especially with companies like Neuralink, working every day on this particular technology to make it possible. However, if you didn't watch it, let me explain a bit about it. Basically, as its name says, brain-computer interface is a technology or a small implant that is installed in brains to enhance its working power and other capabilities. In the future, we might not need a device at all. Like if this technology successfully develops, then we could simply think about sending a message, making a call, or searching for information, and it would happen instantly. It's like we ourselves become a smartphone. Another exciting possibility is the development of holographic and projected displays. Instead of holding a phone, you could have a device that projects a 3D interface into the air. This could be a small wearable device on your wrist, or even a chip implanted under your skin. Like all you have to do is tap into the air to answer a call, or scroll through messages, or do things you do on your smartphone without actually needing one. At last, we have another technology that might sound exaggerated, but it's currently building its foundation in a much inferior form. This technology may not be about a single device replacing the smartphone, but rather a network of interconnected devices working together. This is known as the Internet of Things, or IoT. As to how it works, it will be like your home, car, and workplace are all connected and respond to your voice or gestures automatically. Instead of pulling out a phone to check the weather, your smart home could tell you when you wake up. The world around us could become our interface, eliminating the need for a handheld device altogether. Like I said, it might sound too much, but believe me, it's still happening. If you're still skeptical, then just take a look around your surroundings. Your smart refrigerator, your smart lights, your smart air conditioner, and all the other smart devices that are connected to your phone, and smart speaker. You just give a command, and they obey your order. Currently, they are all connected to one device. But in the future, all of them will have a link with each other, and that will lead any device you use to behave in the same way like your other devices do. While these ideas sound exciting, we won't suddenly stop using smartphones overnight. The transition from one dominant technology to another takes time. Just like how landline phones coexisted with mobile phones for years, smartphones will likely exist alongside these emerging technologies until one of them becomes the new standard. We are already seeing early signs of this shift. Smartwatches and voice assistants are reducing the need to look at our phones as often. If Apple's Vision Pro was also priced the same as the iPhone or MacBook, many people would have already stopped using smartphones. So, in the end, what's clear is that smartphones won't be the last step in our technological evolution. Technology is always changing, and just as smartphones replaced older devices, something new will eventually replace them. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. And also, let us know in the comments, what do you think will replace smartphones? I'd love to hear your thoughts.